TikTok can be a very dangerous place for a number of different reasons, as many of you probably know. And perfume-tok is no different. Personally, I've become more and more annoyed with the culture that TikTok has sort of perpetuated in the perfume industry. I feel like there's a lot of habits, a lot of beliefs, a lot of things that TikTok really just makes people think that they need to do in order to stay relevant in the perfume crowd. And today I'm going to share with you a few of the different reasons why I honestly sort of am like not into perfume-tok. So yeah, let's get into it. First, we have the Lattafa saga. I mean, the number of times I have been on TikTok and Lattafa comes out with this brand new perfume. I mean, they come out with like 6 new perfumes every single week. And there's a TikToker who's talking about how it smells like some sort of latte or some sort of strawberry cake or some sort of something, okay? It's always like, they're always saying, oh yes, Lattafa totally smells like this. Quite honestly, I have purchased 6 Lattafa perfumes, because obviously Lattafa is very trendy. It's very on, you know, it's the buzz, and I wanted to know what all the buzz was about. And I have never been so let down by a perfume brand in my life, okay? I have had perfumes that seemed to rot on my perfume tray. I have had perfumes that smelled absolutely nothing like what the perfume TikTokers have said they smelled like. And I've also received about 3 or 4 perfumes that smelled the exact same. Every single time TikTok said, oh, this is totally what it smells like. This is absolutely what this smells like. And it could not have been further from the truth. I feel like, honestly, while Lattafa is a very affordable, well, actually, it's not an affordable brand. I mean, Lattafa is not an affordable brand. When you really think about it, it is not affordable. There's a lot of perfumes on their website that they retail for $40 or $50. That's not an affordable perfume in my book. For me, an affordable perfume is below $30. That is the ticket. And even better if you could get it under $20, but under $30 is a more affordable perfume. Obviously, there are fragrances out there that they do inch more towards $50, but for what you're getting and the quality of the fragrance, it is totally worth $50. I would pay more for the fragrance that you're getting. Lattafa, listen, I wouldn't pay anything for these perfumes. These perfumes just continuously let me down. And I feel like the whole Lattafa saga is only perpetuated by the TikTokers out there that are saying, hey, like Lattafa is the best brand ever and you should totally get these perfumes. I mean, the number of times that I have gone onto Lattafa, heard about a perfume that smelled like this and was absolutely amazing and everything like that, purchased the perfume, and then it was like, this does not smell anything like that. It actually smells bad, and it is going bad on my counter. I mean, that, enough said. Like, I'm so over the Lattafa saga, it's not even funny. Listen, I know we all love our perfume collections, and we love the idea of having a lot of different perfumes and, you know, having the perfume room. I feel like the perfume room is like the new beauty room where people have walls of perfume, and it's just, I mean, it's something that a lot of people aspire towards because that's what they see on TikTok, right? It used to be the beauty gurus on YouTube that had the beauty rooms that we all aspired to have, and now it's the perfume rooms, and now it's the perfume collections and the perfume closets. And honestly, when you look at the perfume collections that a lot of people have, and I mean, I don't have that big of a collection, and I still, like, there's still a lot of times when it's like, this is so much perfume, okay? I don't even I have a tray. That is all I have of perfume. And I feel like TikTok is really perpetuating this idea of consumerism, but also of buying just to buy, having just to have. You may or may not like the perfume. You may or may not ever wear the perfume, but you have it. And I feel like perfume TikTok is honestly, it's just making you, it's making me, it's making a lot of people buy perfumes that they have no business buying perfumes that they don't like, buying perfumes that will not suit them and suit their body chemistry. You know me, I am not a perfume collector myself. I am a perfume connoisseur, and I am looking for a very curated collection. I want perfumes that I love. I want perfumes that I know I love, I know work for me, and I know will fit into my life and will be perfumes that I will wear time and time again. That is what I am looking for my perfume collection. And perfume-tok, honestly, it just, I bought the entire House of Beau collection because it was there and people did it on, TikTok. I didn't personally. Heck no. But there's a lot of people who have. And there's a lot of people, I had the entire Valentino Born in Roma collection. I had the entire Caroline Herrera collection. I had, right? These fragrance collections where they just get out of control and for no good reason. I really feel like, obviously, if you are a collector, you're a collector. But I think that perfume-tok makes a lot of people think that they need to collect a lot of perfumes when really all you want are perfumes that work for you. All you're looking for are perfumes that you love and that you know you're gonna wear. And let's face it, we don't want to purchase perfumes that we're never gonna wear. I mean, most of us, I know I am, on a budget. Most of us are on a budget and we don't have all the money in the world to spend on entire luxury collections just for the sake of filling space on a shelf in a room, okay? And so that really bothers me about perfume-tok. This situation, honestly, I'm gonna be frank, it pisses me off. The fake products that people buy, okay? So I'm gonna use this as an example. So this is a perfume that I saw on TikTok, and I purchased this. I didn't purchase this off of TikTok. I went to Amazon and purchased it, but there were so many people talking about how it's like, oh, I bought this from TikTok, and it's not the real one. And here's how you can tell whether or not you got a real one from TikTok shop. Essentially, what is happening is that TikTok people, TikTok creators, TikTok shops are selling you false product. They're selling you product that isn't the real thing. They are selling you product that is not what you purchased. They are selling you things that you did not want. And so when you think, I'm buying this, you don't know if you're actually going to receive this. And that to me is just, theft. It's theft, essentially. And so there's so many TikTok shops out there that are getting away with stuff like that are getting away with, they sent me this bottle that, it doesn't smell anything like what they said it was going to smell like. It doesn't, it's a horrible quality. In fact, it smells bad. It doesn't last. It doesn't smell like anything, perhaps. It's just not real. It's not what I purchased. That's, again, it's theft. Essentially, it is theft. And so while it is a good idea in theory that, you're able to purchase this product that you're watching a video about really quick, really fast, really easily, while it is a very good idea in theory, there's obviously no checks and balances making sure that you are getting the product that you desire to have. And so while there are a ton of creators out there that are able to make more money, they are really able to make more money, ultimately it just feels like perfume-tok is out there for no other reason than to make money, okay? They're not there to show you a good product. They're not there to share with you a perfume that actually works or that's actually valuable. They're just there to sell you something. They're there to get your money, basically. And that drives me crazy. That makes me mad because I can't trust it and I can't rely on anything that they're saying. It just feels like they're all lying. It just feels like everything is fake. And so the whole TikTok shop thing, I feel like it's low-key theft that people are just sort of dismissing, and that annoys me. That really annoys me. I was an accountant, and I went to school for accounting, and that was like fraud became like our word, okay? It was like everything, you need to identify fraud. You need to identify and stop fraud. And so when I see things like this, it's just like, is anybody going to say something about this? Is anybody going to do something about this? And they haven't. And cool, guys. Lastly, and this isn't as serious, but it still really drives me crazy, and I've already made a video about it, and that is dupe culture. Dupe culture is something that in theory, very good idea, right? That whole idea of, oh, we're going to create something that smells like these really high value perfumes that you wish you could get your hands on. And obviously, I am a Dossier partner and I love Dossier perfumes. But personally, I feel like Dossier does it right. Dossier actually creates very high quality perfumes and high value perfumes, and they work very hard to create their own signature collection, okay? They're making original fragrances as well, which I think is very important. But TikTok, I feel like, really only perpetuates dupe culture, okay? Because you get just some random person who bought some random perfume, typically Lattafa, and they say, guys, it smells just like this, okay? The Lattafa Eclair is a perfect example of that, where everybody was talking about how Lattafa Eclair smells like Bianco or Bianca Latte or something like that. And so everybody just purchased this Lattafa Eclair perfume because it was supposed to smell like this $100 plus perfume that they've been itching to get their hands on. And at the end of the day, what ends up happening is they get the Lattafa Eclair perfume, which from personal experience literally rots on your shelf. And what ends up happening is that everybody's buying that perfume. Nobody's buying the high quality, well-designed, well-crafted perfume that, yes, it's expensive, but it's sort of worth every penny of it because it is designed to be high quality. Nobody's buying that one. And what's going to end up happening is that, oh, we're going to have a bunch of dupe perfume brands that make low quality fragrances that people don't like, that don't smell good. But all of these very high value brands are going to go out because everybody's been buying the dupes. Everybody's been buying the perfumes that the care, the attention, the creativity, and the, thinking outside of the box, the imagination, all of that care and craftsmanship that went into creating the high value perfume is all just dismissed with dupe culture. And I think that that's really what drives me the most crazy about dupe culture and about, perfume-tok perpetuating dupe culture, is that there's a lot of people that are actually like using their brain and using their imagination to come up with something. What you end up getting is a bunch of perfumes that it's like, okay, yeah, it smells like, but it's like plagiarism for perfume. It's copycatting for perfume. And I don't know about you, but whenever somebody's like copycatted me, it's sort of annoying. And so when there's countless brands out there creating perfumes that smell just like these perfume brands, that they're old, they're classic, they're timeless, they are artisans in their craft. When there's all of these, dupe brands coming out, sort of stomping all over these very, well-established brands, that sort of annoys me. It sort of annoys me. Yes, their perfumes are more expensive, but I also feel like it's sort of one of those things where you have to understand, number one, what was put into creating that perfume, the effort, the time, and the money that was invested into creating this perfume. And I think that perfume TikTok, it just disrespects all of that time and that effort. And I think that at the end of the day, this goes back to the whole perfume collection culture, is that we all are in this desperate rush to have these massive perfume collections and to have this widespread collection and the selection of fragrances. And where, in times past, it's been okay if, I just buy, maybe I buy 2 or 3 perfumes in a year and that's fine. Now it's not okay. Now it is like everybody's in a rush to get as many perfumes as possible. And I think that TikTok really perpetuates that habit just because it is about everything is so fast paced. It's not about let's think this through and let's make a decision that's good for me and my collection and my finances. It's about collecting as much as possible. And so I just really cannot get behind the whole perfume TikTok trend, the perfume TikTok buzz, just because it's an obnoxious platform and it's an obnoxious approach to perfume. And perfume is honestly, it's an old craft, and it's a beautiful craft, and I feel like it's something that should really be respected, and I feel like it's something that we should understand that we should be investing in, and that we should be searching for quality curation and not just collection. So those are my thoughts, dramatic as they may be, about perfume-tok, perfume-TikTok. What are your thoughts? What do you think about the perfume TikTok industry and buzz and trends and all of just big steaming pile of craziness that goes in with perfume-tok? What are your thoughts on it? Do you love perfume TikTok, or are you like me and you're like, girl, they need to chill? So yes, share your thoughts down below. I would love to hear what you think. I would love to hear what other things are on your mind about perfume TikTok and some things that you'd like to see change as well. If you are interested in seeing more on my thoughts of the dupe culture that we are in today, then I highly recommend you watch this video right here. This is my video where I basically am on my soapbox and talking all about the dupe culture that frustrates me to no end. So definitely give that video a look-see. Thank you so much for joining me today. I love you oh so very much, and until we meet again, so long.